So here I'm back in Reaper. This is the project file I was working on earlier called Little Things. So I'm just going to go through naming conventions. Now, naming conventions is something kind of near and dear to my heart. It's something that I used in the professional graphics industry for years and years. And it's something that is really, really important if you're gonna do something and keep organized and keep your head straight. Now, this is gonna be the boring part. This is gonna be the stuff that you don't wanna do, but you're absolutely gonna pay off from spending a little extra time and actually getting it organized to begin with. Obviously, I have my tracks named in here. That's kind of a no-brainer. Always name your tracks, even if it's just like 2 letters. Like if it's drums, you can just put DR. Like who cares? Like just make some indication of what that is. If you have 16 tracks or 28 tracks or something like that, it's just gonna get really, really complicated and you're gonna have a hard time finding things. I still do this all the time. I still, if I'm in the flow of creating and I go through and look at my scene and I'm just scrolling through and I'm like, where's my keyboard part that I just put in there? Say if I created a new track here and I just started recording in with my MIDI keyboard, you can see everything's jumping and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, oh, I like how that sounds. And then I just don't take that 1 second to just name the thing. If I took 1 second to name the thing and I said, all right, well, that was a Massive X patch. Look at that. My icon comes up, I can look in this track listing, I can look in the mixer, and I can see what that is. And I say, oh, there's that Massive X, like, well, maybe it was an arpeggio. I'll just say Massive X ARP. Takes 2 seconds. I can touch type, you might be a little slower. However, there's no excuse for like just spending that half a second and typing in those letters. And it's just gonna make your life so much easier. Even beyond color coding and icons, like those letters, having just a simple format that you use every time. It's gonna take a minute to build up that workflow. Like down here, I have this chorus effect. It's called Gravity, that's the plugin I used. But CH1, CH2, CH3, that's choral 1, 2, and 3. That's really simple, but I know what those are. Like I can say, all right, if I listen to this, this is what it's gonna sound like. It's easy to navigate my scene, and that is what you should be doing also. It's just a habit that you have to build. It's one of those necessary evils to this whole situation. It's boring, trust me. I don't like doing this at all, but I have graveyards of projects that are just gray tracks, no colors, no icons, no real names. I just started getting in the flow and I forgot to do all that stuff. And there will be a point where the scene gets complex enough and I'm like, stop. And I have to just take 5-10 minutes or whatever it is and go through and name everything and organize it in groups and organize it in a logical setting and just give it some really basic names as to what I'm listening to, just so I can proceed with the project. You don't want to have to do that. That's going to break your flow. Do it in the beginning or do it as you go, just to make things easier on yourself later on.